Gentlemen, welcome to the show today. My guests are Chris Smith, AT&T Vice President Shared Services and CTO Public Sector. Chris, welcome to the program.
Great to see you, Jason.
And Mike Leff, Vice President of AT&T Public Sector Defense. Mike, welcome to the show.
Jason, thanks for having us. Good to see you.
One of the big pushes around the Modernizing Government Technology Act, one of the reasons why it went through Congress, I think, is because of this idea of we've got to get off legacy systems and go to modern infrastructure that's more secure. And when you read, for instance, the report, the IT strategy, Modernizing IT Strategy report from the White House, when you read the connection they're making between EIS, modernizing, and cybersecurity, you see a definite message that they're sending. What's the cyber benefits, if you will, or why is EIS and why is this modernization approach mostly about cyber in the end? I mean, again, we'll go back to citizen services and mission, but you can't do it if you don't have good cyber.
A week doesn't go by where there's not a major cybersecurity breach on the front page on the top fold, right? And I'd probably venture a day now.
Well,
right?
We've all gotten so immune to it.
Well, right, it is.
It's buried inside.
It's deafening, but it's very real, right? I mean, we talked a little bit about hybrid warfare earlier. The reality is that if you look at the events around the world, there is this precursor to any kinetic action out there that goes on, or physical action within conflicts that are going on around today, and it's been going on for probably the last 10 years. If you look at the press is a precursor of IT activity to probe and see what's going on. And so, when we look at our global footprint, as Mike has said, one of the largest in the world and largest in North America, we see some 90 billion scans a day.
Sure.
A day, right, on about 190 petabyte of data coming across our network. So that visibility is critically important. But to step back to your question, how does cybersecurity play into the Management Act and how agencies prepare themselves is the reality is outdated systems that are very fragmented and federated are a huge attack surface. Right, talked a little bit about TIC 2.0, TIC 1.0. Prior to that, right, which stopped all these back doors. That was a very strong networking move, right? But if you go inside a very federated, fragmented old set of systems, they're very easy to attack and very hard to protect. So when you go into a modernized platform that is iterating and updating on a weekly basis, you are very software based, right? Not hardware based, right. And not tens of stacks of hardware boxes, each doing its own function with software that's proprietary on time. We're talking about, one set of compute boxes at the edge or in the data center that are doing the security, the networking. When we talk about virtualization, network function virtualization, security and network on demand, you've got to have very good hygiene. And we fail to talk about it every time we talk about cybersecurity, right? But getting the complexity down, the titles out, all right, getting to the right set of capabilities within an architecture, right, and a set of systems that you're constantly looking at. Because in the past, it was people coming in to attack you, right, and maybe stop you from doing something, still an attack threat. But much of what we see today, whether it's criminal or advanced persistent threat from nation state, is getting in and moving around laterally, looking for information and exfiltrating it without ever being seen, not being able to see that type of thing. So the last thing you want to do is expose that critical information, personally identifiable information, mission information, negotiating talking points, whatever the data is that you're moving. What you want to do is extend your network to that cloud. But not every agency go and do that and put the capital in to size the pipe just for their business, because you get it wrong, you got to add more, right? And in the old world, that was a hardware-based set of capabilities. Right. And if you even take that a little further and say, let's start putting security protections around it, like firewall or intrusion detection, intrusion prevention, data loss prevention, right? In the past, you'd stack literally boxes of hardware with proprietary software on it. The shift to a virtualized or software-defined network, that third leg of the stool that Mike talked about, right, with cloud storage and now the network bound to that, you extend your network, you buy it as a service where an organization, a company like AT&T has already invested and put the software-defined node in there, securely extending your network in. And as your workload goes up, you increase the bandwidth, right? And it's on a per month kind of by the drink shared service model is extraordinarily important, and you're doing it securely.